Space was quiet. Too quiet. Captain Jack Mitchell sat in the command chair of the Valkyrie, a mid-range salvage ship drifting at the edge of the solar system. His fingers tapped against the armrest as he stared at the massive, twisted wreck ahead. The object floated lifelessly in the void, its dark metal hull riddled with ancient scars. It was not human. "Tell me I'm not dreaming," Jack muttered. Dr. Emily Carter leaned over the console, her brown eyes locked on the readings. "It's real. And it's big." The wreck was over a kilometer long, sleek but broken, its alien design unlike anything humanity had encountered. Emily's mind raced. This wasn't just a ship. This was an opportunity. Jinx Walker, the ship's reckless but talented pilot, let out a low whistle. "That thing looks like it lost a fight with a black hole." Ryan Martinez, the historian, adjusted his glasses. "Or something even worse." The team fell silent. The alien vessel was old, but something about it felt wrong. Like it wasn't just dead, like it had been killed. Jack stood. "We're going in." Jinx grinned. "Now. We're talking." The Valkyrie latched onto the wreck's surface, magnetic clamps engaged. The ship trembled as it locked in place. Jack led the team inside. The air was thin, stale, barely holding the scent of something metallic and burnt. Flashlights flickered across the ruined corridors. The walls were smooth, black, humming faintly. This ship wasn't just metal, it was something more. Emily ran her hand over a panel. "This technology, it's beyond us." Jinx kicked a loose fragment. "Then let's make it ours." Ryan wiped dust from a strange console. Symbols, etched like circuitry, pulsed faintly. He traced them with his fingers. The language was alien, but something about it felt urgent. "This ship wasn't abandoned," he murmured. "It was sabotaged." Jack stiffened. "Why?" Before Ryan could answer, the floor beneath them shuddered. A low hum rippled through the wreck. Lights flickered. Something was waking up. Emily's eyes widened. "That shouldn't be happening." Jinx unholstered his sidearm. "I hate when dead things start moving." Jack pressed his comm. "Valkyrie, prepare for emergency evac." Then, silence. The comms were dead. A door slid open with a slow hiss. Beyond it, the wreck's core stretched into darkness. At its center, an object hovered, pulsing with a faint blue glow. Emily's breath caught. "That's the power source." Ryan stepped closer, eyes locked on the shifting alien text circling the core. He translated aloud. "We locked it away. Do not set it free." Jinx frowned. "Well, that's not ominous." Jack exhaled. He didn't like this. But he wasn't walking away from something that could change the course of human history. "We're taking this ship." Emily hesitated. "Jack, we don't even know what it is." "Doesn't matter." Jack turned toward the exit. "Humanity's at war. If we don't figure out this tech, someone else will. We can't afford to fall behind." Ryan looked back at the core. The warning glowed brighter. He had a bad feeling. Jinx patted him on the shoulder. "Relax. What's the worst that could happen?" The ship rumbled. Metal groaned. Something shifted deep within the wreck. Emily sighed. "You had to say that." Back aboard the Valkyrie, the crew watched as the massive wreck slowly came to life. Systems flickered. Ancient mechanisms stirred. "This thing still has power," Emily said in disbelief. Jack made his decision. "We're towing it to Titan. We'll rebuild it." Ryan frowned. "That could take years." Emily shook her head. "Not if we integrate human tech. We might not understand everything, but we can adapt." Jinx smirked. "That's what we do best." Jack nodded. "Then let's get to work." Outside, the alien ship loomed in the darkness, its secrets buried deep within, and somewhere something watched and waited. The alien wreck sat in Titan's cold, silent sky. Buried deep inside Black Mesa Research Base, the ship loomed over the facility. Engineers, scientists, and military officers swarmed it like ants on a fallen beast. Inside the control room, Captain Jack Mitchell crossed his arms. "How much can we use?" Dr. Emily Carter tapped on a tablet. "More than I thought. Less than I hoped." Jinx Walker leaned against the console. "That's vague." Emily sighed. "This ship runs on physics. That don't make sense. It bends gravity, distorts inertia, and powers itself with—" She paused, searching for words. "Something we don't have." Ryan Martinez adjusted his glasses. "So, we can't fly it?" Emily grinned. "I didn't say that." Jack smirked. "Then let's get started." The first problem hit fast. The ship's systems refused to integrate with human tech. Wires melted, circuits fried. Data vanished the moment they tried to copy it. Emily ran a hand through her hair. "It's like it knows we're messing with it." Jack watched as another console shorted out. Sparks flew. A frustrated engineer cursed. Jinx raised an eyebrow. "Maybe it's haunted." Ryan glanced at the alien markings. "Not haunted, but designed to resist tampering." Jack exhaled. "Then we outsmart it." Emily's eyes narrowed. "Give me a day." She took 6 hours. Standing before the ship's reactor, Emily held up a crude-looking device. Wires stuck out. A roll of duct tape hung from her wrist. Jinx frowned. "That's a mess." Emily grinned. "And it's our mess." She slapped the device onto the alien core. The ship shuddered. Lights flickered. For a moment, everything fell silent. Then a hum. Deep, powerful. The alien systems flared to life and didn't reject them. Jack exhaled. "Damn," Emily smirked. "Never underestimate duct tape." The second problem was worse. Jinx tested the propulsion. He barely touched the controls. The ship vanished from the hangar, then slammed back into reality a mile away. Ryan hit the ground. "What just happened?" Jinx groaned, rubbing his head. "I think I folded space." Emily's jaw dropped. "You think?" Jack helped Ryan up. "Fix it," Jinx winced. "Yeah, good idea." Ryan studied the alien text inside the bridge. The warnings were everywhere. He traced the symbols. This ship, it wasn't built for war. Jack frowned. "Then why was it sabotaged?" Ryan hesitated. "I don't know yet." Jinx leaned in. "Hope it's nothing important." A deep rumble vibrated through the hull. Lights pulsed. Emily's tablet beeped. Guys? We just sent a signal." Jack tensed. "To who?" Ryan turned pale. "To them." Outside, deep in the void, something stirred. And it was coming. The alien ship was changing. Deep inside Black Mesa Research Base, its dark hull pulsed with faint blue light. Systems that had been dead for centuries flickered to life. The crew had spent weeks repairing, adapting, and forcing their technology into something beyond human understanding. Now, it was waking up. Captain Jack Mitchell stood on the bridge, watching the control panel shift. Symbols rearranged, interfaces restructured. The ship wasn't just accepting human input, it was learning. Dr. Emily Carter tapped furiously on her tablet. "It's rewriting itself." Jinx Walker, feet up on a console, smirked. "Guess that means it likes us." Ryan Martinez didn't look convinced. He traced his fingers over the glowing alien script. "Or it's deciding if we're a threat." Jack exhaled. Either way, we push forward. The first successful test was propulsion. Jinx ran his hands over the smooth alien controls. All right, let's see what this baby can do. He tapped a button. The ship lurched forward. Not flew, not accelerated. It jumped. Ryan yelped as gravity twisted. Emily grabbed a railing. Jack clenched his teeth as the world snapped back into place. The ship now hovered over Saturn's rings. Jinx let out a low whistle. I barely touched it. Emily checked the readouts. We folded space. Instantly. Jack nodded. That's our edge. Ryan, still pale, muttered, if we don't tear ourselves apart first. The second test was weapons. Jack stood in the control room staring at the holographic display. What are we working with? Emily swiped the interface. Alien. Symbols shifted into recognizable schematics. Energy-based weaponry, high output, but it's not active. Jinx cracked his knuckles. Let's turn it on. Ryan hesitated. The alien script on the weapons console pulsed, a warning, a question. Are you prepared to unleash it? Ryan frowned. This thing, it wasn't designed for conquest. Jack didn't blink. We're not conquering, we're surviving. Emily tapped a command. The ship rumbled. Outside, the air around the hull shimmered. The main cannon, dormant for centuries, began to charge. Jinx grinned. Now we're talking. Then came the signal. Ryan's screen flashed with incoming data. He paled. We have a problem. Jack turned. What is it? Ryan swallowed hard. We've been broadcasting. Emily's eyes widened. To who? The ship answered. A low hum, a deep pulse. Across every screen, alien text scrolled rapidly. Ryan translated in a whisper. They are coming. Jinx tensed. Define they. Outside, space shifted. Emily's console blared warnings. Multiple signatures inbound. Jack's eyes narrowed. How many? Ryan's voice was barely audible. A fleet. Jack clenched his fists. Then we fight. The enemy fleet arrived in force. Black warships emerged from the void like shadows come to life. Their jagged hulls gleamed under distant starlight. Plasma cannons charged, humming with deadly energy. The aliens had come to reclaim what was stolen, or destroy it completely. On the bridge of havoc, tension thickened. Captain Jack Mitchell stood at the command console, eyes locked on the incoming armada. How bad? Dr. Emily Carter scanned the readings. Her face was pale. 12 capital ships, hundreds of fighters. Jinx Walker let out a low whistle. Damn, that's a lot of pissed-off aliens. Ryan Martinez adjusted his glasses. His fingers danced over the alien interface. This isn't just a retrieval mission. They're here to erase us. Jack's jaw tightened. Then we give them a reason to regret it. The first shots came fast. Enemy lasers streaked. Across space, crackling with violent blue energy. Havoc twisted, its gravity drive bending reality itself. The ship vanished, then reappeared miles away. Jinx let out a wild laugh. I will never get tired of that. Emily's hands flew over the controls. Shields holding, but I don't know for how long. Ryan stared at the shifting alien script on the ship's main console. They're adapting. They'll compensate. Jack's voice was steady. Then we hit back first. On the main cannon powered up. A deep hum vibrated through the ship. Lights flickered. Blue-white energy crackled across the weapon's surface. The alien systems hesitated, calculating, analyzing, deciding. Jack's gaze didn't waver. Fire! The bay, energy beam erupted forward, a blinding spear of destruction. The nearest enemy warship took the full impact. The hull rippled. The structure buckled inward. Then, without warning, it collapsed into nothing. Silence filled the bridge. Then, panic erupted across the enemy fleet. Alien ships scattered, breaking formation. Their movements turned erratic. They hadn't expected this. Jinx let out a low chuckle. "Oh, they're scared," Jack smirked. "Good." The retaliation came hard. Enemy warships regrouped, firing in coordinated waves. Havoc weaved between energy blasts, dodging at impossible angles. Ryan's voice was sharp. "We can't dodge forever!" Emily's screen flashed red. "Shields at 40%. Another direct hit and we're cooked." Jack clenched his fists. Then, "We stop running." Jinx's fingers danced over the controls. "Hold on to something." Havoc twisted mid-space, diving straight into the enemy fleet. Close-range combat was brutal. Point defense turrets spun to life, unleashing rapid bursts of plasma fire. Enemy fighters exploded in rapid succession. EMP waves rippled outward, shutting down enemy engines. The alien warships tried to counter, but Havoc was too fast, too unpredictable. Emily's hands flew across the controls. "I've got a lock on their flagship." Jack's eyes darkened. "Then let's end this." Jinx grinned, fingers hovering over the trigger. "Time to make history." Jack nodded. "Fire." The final shot was devastating. Havoc's main cannon roared, unleashing a torrent of energy. The beam pierced the enemy flagship, splitting it in half. A chain reaction ignited, sending shockwaves through the fleet. One by one, the alien warships fell, engulfed in explosions, torn apart by forces beyond their understanding. Then, silence. The battlefield was empty. Emily let out a shaky breath. "Did we win?" Ryan checked the scanners, his voice hushed. "They're gone." Jinx leaned back, feet on the console. "Damn, we're good." Jack exhaled, his gaze hardening. He turned toward the vast, endless void. "They'll be back." Ryan frowned. "What makes you so sure?" Jack's expression was unreadable. "Because now they know." Ryan hesitated. "Know what?" Jack's voice was quiet, but firm. "That humans don't just survive." He looked at his crew, at their stolen warship, at the wreckage of an alien fleet that thought it was invincible. "We adapt."